Feel like I can talk to y'all. I'm starting to feel like Tidal against Apple. I think I've been as genuine and transparent as I can possibly be, given the magic of editing. And I think I've been pretty fucking positive, with the exception of not being able to deal with, well, not being able to deal with, but with the exception of like all of the weird ass comments. Like, I really didn't think it was that big of a deal how a person saw themselves, but god damn. With that being said, I think it takes a soulless, no, that was extreme. I think it takes a certain type of person to be on reality TV for multiple seasons. So I'm going to try to appeal to logic here. We're going to travel down logic lane. Nah, but for real. Name one person who's had a successful song because they were on Love and Hip Hop. Second of all, I came on Love and Hip Hop saying that I was a boy in a girl's body. I don't really think that's going to make this specific demographic buy my hip hop. Name another person rich because of... I ain't gonna go there. Like, again, see it for what it is. See what you're getting from me. I'm giving you the same me I was before. I could tell you this, though. I'm motherfucking tired. If you a real nigga, do not go on TV. Ever. Reality TV. Like, go on Empire and shit and be great. I really did this shit out of love. But I want to do, I don't think that I would ever want to do this again in my life. Like, I want to do stuff for like Glad and stuff. And I'm just happy that maybe somebody out there who has a weird way of thinking like myself can feel a little more comfortable with themselves. But all this extra shit.
Man, shout out to Christian, man. I like Christian on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 5. And I was hoping to see Chris come back for season 6, but apparently looks like that's probably not going to happen. Now, to answer Chris's question about people who have been successful after coming on the show, Omarion had the Pose to Be song, but then again, it did have Jenny Iyoko and Chris Lightbrown on the song, so that probably helped too. It went gold or platinum. Also, K. Michelle had like the #2 R&B album in the country. She's had 2 or 3 successful projects since being on Love and Hip Hop. But yeah, for the most part, if you think about how many musicians are on the show, which I talked about this before, so many people on the show are musicians, or at least pretend to be musicians. They say that they're musicians. Almost nobody is successful as far as music is concerned. Not even somebody who's a good musician like an Amina Butterfly. Even she couldn't pull it off after being on Love and Hip Hop for, was it 3 seasons now? 4, 5, and 6? Yeah, Love and Hip Hop New York. Yep. Man, it's really insane. It's like the show curses your career. Nobody except for Carly Red, as far as I know, had like a big acting gig. A decent acting gig. I think the movie's called Top 5 with Chris Rock. Yeah, she was in a Chris Rock film. But for the most part, and didn't she have to get naked in that movie? Anyway, the point is this, though. As far as people becoming successful after being on reality TV shows, after 6 seasons of Love and Hip Hop New York, 5 seasons of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and 2 seasons so far that aired, we have a new one coming up of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. 6 seasons of New York, 5 seasons of Atlanta, that's 11, plus 2 seasons of Hollywood, 13 seasons. How much success have we seen? I mean, we have more than 10 people as far as the cast, that's the main cast, and then the other people who are on the show. Not that many of them have done things that are all of that big. Now, Mimi, Chris's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, because it sounds like they broke up, Mimi did do a porno tape that allegedly made millions with Neo. However, that's the exception to the rule. Somebody who had to do a damn porno to get that money, which is just insane to me. For the most part, these people who go on this show, Love and Hip Hop, they go crazy. They have to do club gigs to make it. their music, movie, whatever careers seem to not really do much after they've been on the show. You would think that this platform would project them. Some of them, it projects them downward as opposed to upward. Some people just stay neutral and on a straight line from where they were beforehand. And I heard the show doesn't pay good anyway. I heard it pays actually pretty crappy. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they say. Was it Johnny Blaze who said that Hazel E makes $1,000 per episode and Monique Slaughter makes $509 per episode? Don't know how true that is, but that's the word on the street. That's just the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood cast. But then again, the Atlanta cast, is the premiere show for VH1. So maybe they get paid a little more. Maybe they get paid 50% more, 100% more, twice as much. I don't really know. All I know is this, though. Chris is on point. This is why I fucks with Chris. I think that Chris adds something good to the show because Chris is real. As far as the stuff that Chris is saying and whatnot, I can totally vibe with the things that Chris is saying and, breaking things down and whatnot. But I got to say this, though. It seems like more people who go on Love and Hip Hop end up in jail than have successful careers after being on the show. Isn't that something? I think that that's freaking amazing. It doesn't surprise me. However, I just thought of a multi-million-dollar business. Somebody needs to consult these people and help them use their platform and opportunities to basically strive. Now, somebody could take them from where they are and help them use the platform in order to, now you might say, well, isn't that their manager's job? I tell you what, if somebody can be a consultant outside of the manager, work with the manager, work with the artist, the entertainer or whatever from the TV show, that's a multi-million-dollar business. Chris, holler at me if you want to do that. We could go get all this money together from these fools and help make them some money too. But anyway, Chris is on point once again. But this is just my opinion. Chris is the truth. I want to see Chris on season 6. Do you? Let me know what you think about it all below. What Chris had to say, what I had to say, and whether or not you want to see, Chris back on season 6. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine.